Hey, we've already got somebody here. Just trying to get the phone hooked up. There we go. All right. Who do we have here? Oh, gone. Oh, a couple people. Star Wars Nerd 2187 first. JT Channel. Hi, how's it going? Cool, cool. Excited to have you guys here. Just kind of finishing getting set up here. Give everybody just a second to hop on as they get notified. And then get the phone plugged in here too. Okay, Sam Gossam, welcome back. Jerome, how's it going? Greyfire 2000, what's up? Okay, phone plugged in. Cool, you just got the templates, perfect. Yeah, so if anybody didn't notice yet, I created a template. It's just a rough one of the that we created in the first video. It looks like this, basically. So I created a PDF for that. It's split between 2 pages, so you just, but if you print them both out, and then you just line them up and tape them together so that the lines meet up, or so that the edges of the papers meet up, and just continue the line through, you should be good, because this piece is too long to fit on just an 8.5 by 11. And then, and or two, you know, depending on your head size. My head's kind of small. You may need to scale or shrink this template a little bit to get it to figurehead. So that might be a little bit of trial and error, but at least you kind of have the basic pattern down. Hopefully that'll be helpful to you guys. It's in the description. If you click that link, it'll take you, you just enter your email so that it can send you that, the PDF. And then, yeah, if you guys get it during the live stream, because after the live stream I'm going to take it out of the description, just so that those that join live kind of get a little bit of a preferential treatment. And maybe I'll continue to do that for the other ones that we do, so that whoever continues to join the live stream has access to be able to download that. So hopefully that will be helpful to you guys. Let's see. Roses are red, violets are blue. Why does everyone want to go back to Jakku? Star Wars Nerd 2187. Nice. Cool, cool. All right, sweet. So yeah, there's that's that. Hopefully that link works. It sounds like Jerome was able to get it. So if you guys have any problems with that, let me know. But should be set to go for you guys. Okay, we've got a pretty good group here. Let's get started. So last time on the Voltron helmet build. So last time we got to this point. Do you want to turn that light on too, honey?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Thank you. Sorry, I just realized that with the black, it's not showing up on camera. Woo! Okay.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's good. So yeah, last time we added some thickness here. I think it was last time that we shaved this down as well, right? Mm-hmm. And so now this time we're about to continue forward with adding the detail here, and the reason we added the thickness was just because from the reference images, it seems like it does get a little bit thicker at the bottom, and I really feel like once I put this on with that extra thickness, it did make a difference in the look of the helmet, and I'm really glad that we did that. So yeah, I'm excited to move on here. I kind of did a little bit of preparation ahead of time so that I can save you guys some of the time of watching me draw and cut things out and some of the boring stuff, so that we might be able to move a little bit quicker tonight, get a little bit further. So let's see. Wow, Jerome already just printed the templates. Nice. Hey, Turtle Gamer 24, welcome. No worries, you're good. We are just getting going here. Sour Pucker, we just started. We haven't been going for long, so we're just doing a recap of what we did last time, and we're just about to get started, so you didn't miss much. B&D Studies, can you give me a shout out? Yeah, of course, man. Let's see, started my Steampunk Keith cosplay. Cool, Sam. All right, sweet. Well, welcome everybody. Excited to have you here.
Hi.
Olivia's here too.
Just eating a cookie.
Okay, so I think we're set up. So, what I did to kind of save some time, since we basically already went through this, but then I had to backtrack to kind of shave some of this down, is I created...
Snowy Panda says I can't see or hear anything, it's just a blank screen for me. Is that like that for everyone?
Are you seeing a blank screen?
Nope.
So blank screen. Snowy Panda, maybe try, can you comment
I
and just
am.
say, yeah, comment and say, just try refreshing the, or something.
Can you tag people?
Oh, Sans is the same? Okay. Okay, so it looks like we're trying. Okay, cool. So, so last time we went through kind of taping onto the helmet. Let me change the camera angle here.
They said third refresh worked.
The refresh worked? Perfect. Cool.
Welcome, Great Fire 2000.
Okay, so last time we went through kind of just the fact that of taping on the masking tape or the whatever tape you have onto here to kind of draw out the shape of the detail on the helmets. So like this white, that's just a white screen right there. This white section right here. And so I thought we might kind of just try to breeze over that since we basically went through that process. You're going to just do the same thing now that we've just tapered that down. And so I just kind of went through and already did that. And what I did was, ran the tape all the way down along the top of this. And then when I also ran it down onto this section here.
Bye, Snowy Panda.
See ya. Doodle work, very sorry. Thanks for templates. I'll catch up when you upload. Okay, sounds good. See ya. Glad you got the templates. Have fun at work. Okay, so what I did is drew onto the tape. So it was a lot more tape, kind of like we did before. I just kind of taped all over, and then I just drew on the outline here, and I have it come down and curve around down along the top here. And then along here, you can see they have like this kind of inset piece right here where it's cut out. So if we're going to be doing a layer on top of this, I actually just kind of cut that out so that we can lay that on, and it'll add some thickness all around, but leave it open in the inside. So then that way we can get kind of that inset look, and we'll stick a piece of plastic in there with the light running behind it to get that glow there. So. And actually I drew this all on as one piece, but I'm actually going to cut it up so that this piece is a separate piece than this top part. But so since you're already kind of familiar with that, I thought we'd breeze through kind of putting the tape on and drawing out the design, and then you basically take the tape off, cut out the drawing that you did, so that then you have the template piece to be able to trace onto the phone, right? So then what you
Jerome wants to know if there's going to be a template for the detail work.
Yes, great question, Jerome. So what I'm planning on doing is when you go through and you put your email on for that template, what I can do is when I can update it and I can add more things to that PDF. And because you entered your email to get it, it knows which one you downloaded. So when I do the update, I can actually just say, I can push updates, and then it'll just send all of you guys an update saying, hey, this has been updated, and it should send you the new one again. So what I'll do is as we kind of go and I create these different template pieces, so what I'll do as we go is kind of as I add these different template pieces to it, I'll add those, the next day or whatever when I can get to it after the live stream. Digitize that, put it in, add it to the PDF and re-upload that, and then just say, update, and hopefully it should push it. I haven't used that feature yet, but if it doesn't work, then we'll just, I'll put the link again and you guys can get the additional pieces. So hopefully we can kind of just add it on as we go and then give you guys access to that as soon as possible. So cool. Yeah. Hopefully that answers your question. So then continuing on, why does it keep saying poor quality? We have fast internet. I'm so upset about that. Okay. So remember this was the foam. I put a link in the description of the other video where I got this on Amazon. And so then you just take your template piece that you drew, right? And you would lay it onto the foam. Make sure you lay it out nice and flat, right? And then you trace around it, just like we did before on the other piece. So you trace around it and then cut it out. With this one it's a little bit more detailed, so I did use the X-Acto knife on this. Cut it out. And then you should end up with something like these pieces. And like I said, once I kind of cut these out, I realized we want to probably do these as separate pieces. So what we'll do is we'll just cut this straight across here for that, and so then I did the other one too. We'll just cut straight across for that. Okay, so then we should have 4 pieces that look something like that to be able to meet up right up here. We can glue those on. We'll probably heat it up to get it to kind of form fit a little bit better. And then looks like we might have a little bit extra overhang here that we can just cut off. And then we'll have this on the end. And so the idea that I had was, so this is for this side. Either way, you can go this way. The idea that I had is I kind of curved this. And so once I put this on, glue it on, then I'll kind of have a curve to follow, and we'll just create a slight curved edge just along here. Because if you notice on there, the parts that come up, it's not so square. It's kind of square on the inside along the cheek, but then it's really quite rounded along the top end, tapered down towards the bottom edge. So we'll kind of follow that same curve, kind of sand the foam down a little bit to match that. And so that piece will be beneficial to help us match that curve. So, all right, so let's go ahead and get going with that. So I think that goes there, this goes here. Or wait, no. There we go. Okay. So we're going to want to heat this up and kind of get it to fit really well, this shape, and be able to kind of hold that shape so it's a lot easier to glue into place, and then we'll go ahead and glue that. Do we have any questions on that real quick? I know I just wanted to kind of speed up that process since we've kind of covered the basics of that a little bit already, and just be able to kind of move forward a little bit quicker tonight. So,
If you're gonna talk to
sorry. So yeah, so if you guys have any questions on that, let me know. Olivia will ask me. We'll go ahead and get started heating this up.
What type of glue? Gray fire?
Oh yeah, Gray Fire hasn't been here yet. So we're using the DAP Weldwood contact cement. Barge contact cement works as well. We found out also that the contact cement and contact adhesive both have they're synonymous. So they both are the same thing. So if you see contact adhesive at the store, that works. I really like this brand. You can get this at like Walmart or Home Depot. I'm pretty sure they have it at Lowe's as well. Barge, I think they don't necessarily always have at the hardware stores. You might have to order that online. But I like this one a lot. It comes with a little built-in little brush to be able to spread the glue. So this is a good starter. It's only a couple bucks. So
B&D Studios says Target has it as well.
Yeah, Target, sweet, yeah. So I mean, yeah, this stuff you can get pretty much anywhere, and it works really well. So it's a great one to start off with. I've had great experience with it. But if you do want to look at Barge, a lot of people recommend that as well. I haven't tried it myself, so.
It says the
No problem. Okay, so let's go ahead and I will, with the heat gun, did we need to mute the mic for people?
No, I think we were good with the heat gun. It's
Okay.
just the drum.
Am I plugged in over there?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and change the camera angle here. We'll heat this up. There we are. We'll get this heated up. Actually, we're gonna want this side. Oh, so one thing I did do. Sorry. One thing I did do was when I cut this edge out. So when I had it on my foam and I was cutting the edge out, right on this edge, I cut it at a slight angle rather than straight up and down like we've been doing, so that way, when these two kind of meet on the helmet, it produces a little bit more of a tapered angle in the front, which I thought was just a nice addition to kind of make it a little bit sharper of an angle and not so rounded in the front, because I feel like that's what it would look like in real life, not animated, if you had like those two ends meeting at the point there. So hopefully that made sense. If you can see, let's see, where's the camera there? There we are. So I don't know if you can see how I kind of tapered that edge. It's not straight up and down, but it's kind of angled. There you go. That's where you can see it. It's kind of angled, tapered like that. So yeah, that was just a quick little tidbit that I forgot to mention. So continuing forward. Okay. Alright, so now we'll just kind of place it in here. And what I did too is once I got this cut out, I put it on here and just traced out the lines to kind of get an idea of where it follows for reference marks. So, and I'm like, with just kind of trying to press it on here, I might not get it perfect right now, but you know, once we get the glue on there and stuff, if we kind of just take our time, as long as we kind of have it so it helps us a little bit more, it's not as difficult to try to get it to bend into shape and, you know, decrease our chances of having problems. That's just kind of what we're trying to do with adding the little bit of shape into it right now before we glue. So that should be good for that one. So now you can see it's kind of holding its shape a little bit more there, which will help us when we go to glue that on, make it a little bit easier to work with. So, okay, so now on this one, we'll heat up this one, do the same thing. The cutting pad bows up once it gets hot. Yeah. Okay, note to self, you can't heat it up on the cutting pad. Kendra, welcome! So sometimes once I've got it kind of held into place, I like to kind of try to blow on it a little bit, help try to cool it down a little bit quicker just to lock it into place the best I can. So then we've got that one ready to go. Since it's taking a bit longer to cool down on that one. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna move this cutting mat. Getting all bowed on me. Now I'm just sorry for the shake on the camera there. Now I'm just getting my floor mat shaped into the right place and letting it cool. My cutting mat here. Okay. All right. So now that we've got these pieces.
Awesome,
Pre-shaped.
Sam. I can't wait to see a picture of your steampunk Keith. You should post one. Or at least post a link to one when you have it.
Cool. All right. So I'm going to glue these. So I just need to make sure before I start gluing that I'm gluing the right side. So I want to hold it up to here, make sure that this is the way they're going to go. I do have this side marked right. Probably be a good idea to mark this side left for reference. And then, I don't know if you guys can see those or not, but helps to mark which side it goes on, so that way you know that you're gonna flip it over to add the glue. And,
Bang, bang, bang.
oh, I'll do this mask. Okay, so we're about to get going gluing. It's a good idea to wear a mask, follow the directions on the label of whatever contact cement you go with, and just make sure you stay safe and use it wisely.
Paid mask. That's what Sam said.
All right, so while I'm gluing this together, we'll have Olivia. We'll have a message from our sponsors from Olivia. We'll just have Olivia talk a little bit about how the Super Chat works and how you guys can be part of sponsoring this video and making it possible.
Okay, cool. So there's a little button to the right of where you chat, where you type in your comments, and it's a little dollar sign. And so if you want to sponsor this video, give Skylar a little bit of a tip, so to speak, you just hit that button. It will also hold your comment up at the top. So if you have something really important you want to ask, that will hold your comment up at the top. It's awesome. It's a great way to show your appreciation as well as a way to get what you want to ask out there. So feel free to use that at your leisure. Hey!
Cool. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm really excited that so many of you have been coming back each time. It's been a lot of fun doing this, so I'm looking forward to seeing the final product on this as we keep going.
Put on awesome music.
I can't really put on. I'd have to put on royalty-free music, or else I'll get my video dinged for copyright infringement. And I don't know.
No Titanic? That's not what you were thinking?
Does anybody have any? Does anybody have any questions as we glue? Sorry, this is kind of the
Yeah, I know a couple of you have started, and Sam said he made his own template. So it'd be cool if you have any comments or questions regarding what you've already been working on.
Yeah, and feel free.
Great to hear.
Feel free too to send me pictures of your guys' stuff. That'd be awesome to see. I think you can do that either like on Instagram or on my Facebook or on my Facebook page, or through the email that I have in the description of my other videos.
Jerome says thanks for following me on Instagram.
Yeah, of course. Over here so they can see the whole process.
You know what I would think would make this more fun?
What?
If I gave each of them voices. Probably not. Probably offend everybody. Okay, so Nathan Reynolds wants to know how are you going to do the visor?
Yeah, do you want to grab that plastic?
Do I ever?
So the nice thing about this glue is it takes a little bit to put on, but once you get it on and everything's set up, then it sticks and it contacts instantly. You don't have to like let it dry for hours or anything like that. So okay, so yeah, so this is just the top to a meat platter from Costco. A meat and cheese platter. You could find pieces of plastic like this that are clear and have a pretty decent surface area in any number of things.
He asked if you'll dye it.
The what?
He said, nice. Will you dye it?
Yes. I just ordered what's called iDye Poly. It's a dye specifically for dyeing like polyesters and certain plastics and polyester fabrics and that kind of thing. And so we'll use that to dye it and kind of give it that tint, that bluish tint that they have to their visors. So that way we are trying to make it as accurate as possible to the show.
Is that you, Jana? Hi. Sam says, go to the clearance on TNT Cosplay for 20 pieces of 8mm foam for under $10.
Oh, nice. Oh yeah, I forgot that TNT Cosplay has that like clearance section, and sometimes you can get some really good deals on some of their products for sure. Thanks for bringing that up.
Sean. Wasn't me. Thank you, Sam.
That's who I was talking to. Was Sam.
I know. I took the praise.
You were accepting it on his
behalf of Sam.
Okay, so I got both of these glued. I'm going to set those off to the side now.
Oh, Drum says, wait, what will the visor be? I missed it.
So, just like a piece of scrap plastic, scrap transparent plastic. You could easily get this from something like a spinach container, or from this one was like a meat cheese platter, a top kind of thing. So, there's a bunch of things that if you just kind of pay attention and walk around or the store, you'll see, or go through your recycling bin at home or different things. You can oftentimes find something. Just basically anything that's transparent plastic that has a pretty decent flat surface area, void of like any, bumps all in it and everything, unless that's the effect you're going for. But just a good surface area that you can be able to get stuff out of. You can cut it, heat it up, mold it, shape it.
And Kendra Wong said that Punished Props has a visor dyeing video that she can't wait to try. So that might be cool to look at. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah, is that the Snake Eyes one or the one that he dyed for his Voltron helmet? I've seen both, so I guess it doesn't matter which one. Okay, so now when I'm going on here, I'm going to go just a little bit past the line that I drew. Not too much though, because I don't want to have tons of glue just sticking out. But I want to make sure that I have enough right along those edges that I'm not missing any and having it come up. Yeah, Kendra. So I mean, either one. They both. I think he used.
Mine's frozen. Mine's like spinning.
I think he used iDi-Poly in both.
It's working now.
Both the Snake Eyes video and the one for his Voltron one. So yeah, we'll be doing this very similar, using the same die to do it. So yeah, it'll be really fun. I'm excited to see how it goes. I haven't used it yet myself, so but I've watched a lot of videos of people using it, and that's pretty highly recommended. So we will give it a try.
Mine keeps like flopping and spinning and then starting over again. Is anyone else having that problem?
Stinking bad connection, poor connection. Why do we even have a poor connection? I feel like that's so annoying. Anybody there? Anybody else having that problem, or are they all good?
Nobody said anything.
Or are you just not seeing it?
What do you mean by that, Sam? Said if I were you, I'd flip it inside out to give it a more realistic feel. Visor? What?
Sam, flip what inside out? You just respond?
The helmet. No, helmet.
To give it a more realistic feel?
I don't know if it will flip inside out.
Are you saying use the tread marked side on the outside instead of the smooth side on the outside?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that can make a pretty cool effect for sure. On this one, just because their helmets are so smooth in the show, I'm just trying to kind of make it match as best as possible. So that's why I'm going with the smooth
Well,
side.
we are going to cover the lines, so I think that's something to address, right?
Yeah, we are going to, some of the seams that you can see there, we are going to fill those. And hopefully we'll be able to get to that today.
There you go, Sour Pucker. Weren't you excited about that? Right? I was like,
Somebody was asking
someone
about.
was asking about it on the first night.
Yeah. Whoa.
Hopefully you've prepped enough this time that we'll get a little bit further tonight.
Yeah. That was the plan. So what I am debating though is because their helmets and stuff always look so clean and perfectly pristine in all the episodes that I'm wondering like if this is something we would even add like battle damage to, because for some reason their helmets seem like they're just like impervious to any kind of dirt or damage. They're always so bright white and smooth and clean.
Sounds like I know, right?
So we'll see if it looks just super pretty and it's like would be sad to make it dirty, then we'll just leave it. But if we have some messed up spots and it would that like kind of are blaring problems, then we'll add some battle damage to cover it up.
Either one will.
Yeah.
So Nathan is asking, when putting on the glue, is it better to go past the area you want to avoid, to avoid the edges from popping up?
Yeah, so I'm just going a little bit past just for that reason. Not too much past, but that's why it's beneficial to kind of draw that line.
Can you pull it a little bit closer to the camera?
Oh yeah, sorry.
You're just a little bit higher than it, so it's hard to kind of see where you're at.
Yeah, sorry. Thank you. But yeah, so just going a little bit past the line, just barely, so that we make sure that we're not missing something along the edge, you know.
He says thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Okay.
Guess who's not wearing a mask?
Uh-oh.
Woo! I should get a mask on.
Yeah.
I'll be the doctor this time. It's more like a.
Okay. So now we've got both of those pieces.
Sam says, Olivia, you should make a vlog.
So I've got both of those, all of those glued. So it'll be just a second to kind of let that dry a little bit on here. So we'll keep an eye on that. Let's kind of talk out some of our game plan coming up here next. So what we'll do is we'll get those put on, the edges here. And those will come down to here. They'll probably come a little bit past, and so we'll cut that off flush. And then we'll get these pieces. I guess we could actually start getting these ones glued and ready. And so you notice that one side kind of looks straighter over here on this side. And the other side's more rounded. So the straight edge goes in towards the face. And the rounded side is out towards the outside.
Jerome wants to know, how are you going to make the blue recesses on the side of the helmet?
Yeah, so, and then that'll be something that we'll also do coming up here next, is we're going to actually draw on here, and we're going to cut a strip out of the helmet. And then we're going to, once it's cut clean out, we're going to just push it in a little bit so that it is kind of pushed into the foam all the way around, so it has that inlet. We're going to try to do it as evenly as possible. And then we'll go through on the inside with the hot glue and just glue that piece down so it's stuck kind of somewhatly embossed. Is that regressed? Anyway, just kind of inset a little bit into the rest of the helmet. So yeah, great question on that.
Ian Greek Freak, welcome. He says, sorry, I'm new. Whose helmet are you making?
It could work for any of the Voltron Paladins of Voltron, but it's I'm debating. I'm probably gonna go with either Keith or Shiro. I haven't decided yet, but I like the red color, but I also like black, as you can tell from my logo. So I'm trying to decide between Hero or Sheath. There we go. I'll just do Sheath, and then it'll be Shiro and Keith combined, right? But yeah, so I'm trying to decide which one to do, but we'll be able to decide that when it comes time to paint.
Yeah.
So.
Welcome, Anthony. He says, hi, how are you doing?
Good. How about yourself?
And then, Sam, are you saying prime and paint before he cuts and pushes it back? And Sky, why would you or wouldn't you do that? Jerome says, do a vote in the comments for color.
Oh.
Yeah, Sam says that's what he's saying, prime and paint before you cut and push in.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, the only problem with that is just that then it becomes really hard if we have any problems to hide it, because it's already all finished. So that's why I'm gonna try to do it first, like now in this stage, so that if there are any problems with it, we have some room to kind of like try to fix it before we get the final priming and painting done on it. And we'll be able to get into that crack just fine with the Plastidip and stuff. So So I'm not too worried about that being a problem. But then, and also too, the other reason is I want to be able to get the lighting all planned out for fitting in there before we paint it as well. Because we're gonna have to kind of drill a couple little holes to be able to feed the wire through, and kind of plan that out. So.
He says, "Oh, okay." Nathan says Keith. Red.
Okay, yeah. Let's hear a vote. I hold the power to veto. But let's hear a vote of who you guys think between Keith or Shiro.
Sam says red.
Okay, we've got 2 votes for Keith so far. Any Shiro fans? I mean, because especially if I end up like continuing to build the rest of the armor, we could make a really cool Shiro robot hand.
Jerome says Keith.
Okay. Robot hand's not convincing anybody? Still Keith, everybody? Okay, we got 3 votes for Keith. Who else? Oh, Jerome changed his mind to Shiro now.
And
another Shiro, 2 Shiros. Oh, who's this? Lovitachi90, welcome. Shiro. Okay, so now we have. So wait, we have 2 for Keith, 2 for Shiro. Now it's tied. Great. That's not helping at all, right? I don't think that the werewolf is one of the paladins.
Oh,
so.
darn it.
All right, let's take a look. Still a little bit too wet up top there, so let's hold on for just a second.
Do I need to go find a glue gun?
Oh yeah, I have the glue things, but not the glue gun. And I want to say I might have seen the glue gun in one of the garage boxes.
I'm on a mission. I'll
Okay.
be back, people.
All right, Olivia's gonna go try to find the glue gun for us, so when we get there. Yeah, I guess if it's tied, we'll be making a sheath one, huh? Be red with, I mean, they're both technically part, I mean, Shiro's got the hand from the, what's their names again? I forgot. The Gora, what's their names? Help me out, guys. Quick question, do you use Quick Seal on the cracks or do you use some other product? Yeah, good question. Quick Seal right here. So that's what we'll be trying out on this one. I've wondered what the difference is between this and versus just like a regular caulk that you would just use for like on moldings or in the kitchen or bathroom or whatever. And I think just the main difference is that the Quick Seal comes in this type of squeeze bottle so that you don't have to have a caulk gun to be able to do it. So yeah, so we're going to try out the Quick Seal for sealing that, and we'll go through that. I'm hoping, I always think I can get more done in a night than I end up doing, but hopefully we'll be able to get to that tonight, but we'll see how long it takes us to get some of the stuff cut out. So yeah, great question. Let's see. The Gora, is that what it is? Hagar. Oh yeah, that Hagar made. Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to think of the name of that alien race that's trying to take over the world. It's the Gora or Goron? I can't remember. Yeah, Hagar, she's the evil witch lady, right? You guys have all seen season 2, right? I'm not gonna spoil anything for anybody by talking about it. No, you haven't seen season 2, Sam? Okay, well I won't ruin anything then. Let's see. Zarkon and the Galra. That's what it was. Okay. Alright. The Galra, that's right. Cool. Okay, so I think this is ready to go. Sorry about the wait on that. So we're gonna look at these pieces. Let me change the angle here. So this one I have marked R for the right. So because this center point is pretty important to have them meet up, that's where we're gonna start. You wanna make sure that you're going flush with the base here. Let's see what's the best way for you guys to be able to see that. No. Okay, so this part, just take it nice and slow. Take your time with it. Make sure you're getting everything put down in the right place. Because once this stuff makes contact, it's like cement. Hence the contact cement aspect of it. Okay, so that was a little tricky, but I think that we got it well enough. Now let's just hope our other side matches up okay. So, I mean, I kind of, right here, I had it overlap a little bit on this side and kind of a little short on this side just because I didn't quite get that one before I stuck it down. I didn't quite get it right, but I think it'll be fine. We're going to be kind of rounding this off anyway, so I think that'll be all right. So, there's that part. Now, let's do the other one. And I think, if you guys can see okay this way, I'm going to try to hold it like this time. Oh, shoot. I forgot to put any on these two edges that meet up. So let's hurry and do that because we don't want to not have that seam fit together tight. And on this one. You alright?
Just looking.
For some reason I thought I saw it in one of the garage boxes. Okay, sorry, so that's going to take just a second just for those corners to dry. I just forgot to put them on these edges, and we definitely want to make sure that that has it so that this seals up tight. Let's see, I think I just saw some comments. Oh yeah, Ian Geek Freak. That's what we were kind of talking about. It's like hard to say because you know their helmets seem to be so pristine like so much of the time as far as for adding battle damage that it's like hard to say. I haven't decided yet. It mostly kind of depends on how it turns out. If it looks like perfectly clean, pristine when we do it and get to the painting part, then I'll probably just leave it because that like sleek, really clean, like high-tech look looks really nice. But if there's kind of some mess ups and stuff that we had along the way and it doesn't look quite as good, then we'll add some battle damage and kind of use that to cover up some of our mistakes. So, yes, exactly. Ian Greek Freak. What I'm using on here, great question. So this is the 5mm. It's either 5 or 6mm foam. I have a link in the previous video. The last live stream that we did, so part 2, and I think I might have put it in part 1 too, I can't remember, but in the description. But I put a link to where on Amazon I got this. It comes in a big pack. Comes in a big pack of sheets, little foam sheets like this. And there's a bunch of them in it. And it's like 5 or 6 millimeter. It says 6 millimeter foam. But yeah, so it's thicker than the craft foam, but not as thin as, or it's thicker than craft foam, but thinner than the floor mat foam. And so the idea is that even though this kind of sticks out a little bit, we're gonna actually be tapering some of this as well, probably along the edge here too, to kind of bring it down a little bit more in the front, and then this will round out on the edges and stuff. So yeah, great question on that. Yeah, Nathan, great question. So Nathan asked, can you go back and reshape the helmet if it gets deformed when constantly handling it, moving it around? Yeah, I mean the great thing about foam is if it does get a little misshapen, you can heat it back up and kind of reshape it. I've done it a couple times. Once we added this extra thickness in here, we heated up the edges again on here on the foam, and then I put it back on and I kind of just squished it into my cheeks to just trying to get it to curve in just a little bit more instead of coming straight out. And so yeah, you have a certain amount of leeway. Once you get it painted and primed, you can still do it a little bit, but it depending on the paint job and what sealants you use and stuff, sometimes that might be a little bit harder if they don't have as much flex and that kind of thing. But for the most part, it holds its shape really well, especially the thicker foam. Oh yeah, and then for Ian Geek Freak, Sam also said, reminded me, TNT Cosplay has that thickness of foam as well, and you can sometimes they have some of it on clearance that you might be able to get for a good price too. So TNT Cosplay, check that out. But if you do buy the one through Amazon, I have an associates account, and so if you buy it through that link, I do get a kickback, so that helps me too. So whichever way you guys want to go, TNT Cosplay is awesome. I'd recommend them highly too. So whichever one is the best deal for you guys. Cool. So I think that should be. It's a little bit tacky there still, but let's just go ahead and go for it. So let's change the camera angle again, and here we go. So putting this piece on. This one's tricky because this first one we have to line it up here, we have to line it up here, and then make sure that it's going to line up with everything else as we go. So I'm going to actually start by getting this top edge done, pushed together, right there nice and tight, and then we'll hinge it down to fit there.
Found bowls for our kitchen.
Bowls?
Yeah, we've been making bowls.
Some of our white ones?
Yeah.
Sweet! Huh? I mean, ugh. We'll get that lined up there. Okay. Oh shoot. That's all right. We're rounding out that edge a little bit, hopefully anyway, so. Okay. So then okay guys, this is exciting. It's coming together. Yeah, now that's starting to look like a Voltron helmet, guys. Let's see. Oh, Jerome, see ya. Oh, you're staying a little bit longer. Okay, cool. Do I YouTube full time with only 11,000 subs? Not yet. I want to. I'm trying to transition. I like would love to transition into doing it full time. I mean, definitely, I'm not making too much money off of AdSense and things like that, and so that's not very much. Unless you're getting like millions and millions of views, you don't really get much from AdSense. I mean, I get some, but mostly I get. Mostly what I get is from when you guys go and buy stuff through my Amazon link to buy stuff to make your guys' projects that I recommend. Then I get a little bit of a kickback from that, and then also too when people buy my templates and that kind of thing. And so and I'm in the process of writing an ebook on how to cosplay and that kind of thing. And so hopefully that will be something that will help me when that goes on sale to be able to get some enough to try to transition into doing this full time, because I would love to do this full time. That would be like awesome. Then I can just like all day long be working on stuff and cranking out tons of videos and doing tons of things for you guys. Right now it's hard because I have to really pick and choose what I do, because I don't have enough time to be able to do a ton of stuff. So, but yeah, great question. But I'm super excited. Like 11,000 subs is awesome, and I could reach out and probably try to get some brand deals and stuff, because I do have a pretty significant audience now and stuff. But I don't know. It's just hard because I don't want to ever like try to sell you guys something that I don't think is beneficial or helpful to you guys. And so sometimes with some of those brand deals, it's like, well, that's kind of a stretch to try to make that work. So I mostly just try to go off of just being able to serve you guys. Provide cool stuff for you guys with those templates, and just anything that I'm getting out of it is hopefully a win-win situation where it's helping you guys out too. So, but yeah, anyway, great question. Thanks, Jerome. Yeah, I am hoping that my Wonder Woman stuff's doing really well right now. Hopefully that will get me in front of a lot more people and hopefully build that audience even more. So. But yeah, all right. So this is looking really cool. I'm really glad that we did the way that we've just brought this straight down in, because I don't think some of the other Voltron helmets I've seen, I don't think have done that. And I feel like it makes a big difference having that just transfer right into the top like that, instead of coming in and down the side like some of them do. But I feel like, I mean, we're gonna add some detail here on the side.
Bye, Jerome.
But yeah, so. All right, sweet Jerome, take care. Thank you so much for tuning in. So yeah, so check that out.
Awesome, that looks amazing.
Yeah, it looks really cool. So you do see that there's a little bit of an overhang here. We can just take the blade and just kind of trim that off so that that's flush. So then we're gonna need to glue these pieces on here and here. I think we might hold on those just because I'm still kind of planning out in my head how we're gonna run the lights through there, and if I need to wait to do that or not. So let's move on to trying to get this.
No, I couldn't find the hot glue gun.
Oh shoot. Let's see.
Where in the garage?
I don't know. Oh wait. Shoot. I don't remember. Okay. Anyway, so I guess we will. I mean, we could still cut it out and stuff.
I could run to Walmart for you.
Would you mind? Okay, that would be awesome.
I'm doing this for you people. I'm facing Walmart at 10 o'clock at night.
Olivia's gonna run to
You're
Walmart.
right, Nathan. The struggle is real. It's so real.
Olivia's gonna run to Walmart and buy a hot glue gun so that we can do this next step.
That's how much I love you all.
It's all for you guys.
And my husband. And I don't even like Walmart.
We're in Utah, Sam.
Just want to put it out there.
Oh, this is making my neck itch. Okay, so this part's going to be a little bit tricky because we need to plan out how to get that line to come across the back and be straight, and draw it on there and cut it out straight. So this is gonna be fun. And now that we've got this on there, we can kind of tell where we can cut to, because it basically, if you look at the reference images, it basically starts right after the outside of their that design, that shape, where it kind of steeps in and then wraps around. So I think there's one here that shows us the back a little bit better. So there's the back. So probably about halfway up. Well, a good way to reference it would be just to say, okay, it comes out right there. Let's look at the side angle. Does it come out above or below that corner mark, you know? So it looks like the bottom corner seems to kind of hit the bottom of that, except for on Keith's here, it looks like it might be a little bit higher. But I mean, we could probably split it in the middle and probably be fine. That's how Keith's looks like it is right there. And with it kind of being slightly curved anyway, it's not a complete angle. Then we can just kind of go by that. So, okay. And then we need to determine how thick it's going to be going around. So for that, reference, I'm just trying to kind of look like to his eyebrows, or like the width here. If that's pretty equal to this. On the back, it looks pretty skinny. Sometimes it looks like pretty wide, but for the most part, actually, they look like it's a pretty thin little line that goes back through there. So, okay. So I think that what we'll probably want to do is have it come around, start off right here at the corners of this, where this meets, where we have our cornered edge there. That looks to be about right to then go around the helmet and back. So let's go with that. Let's see. Oh yeah, if not, a strip of foam works great. Oh yeah, for drawing the line. Nice. Okay. Oh yeah, flexible ruler. I've been meaning to buy one for sure. As they say in NASA, work the problem. Yeah. Sam, you're in Kentucky? Sweet. Okay, yeah, strip of foam, that's true. That could work. What's going on? Okay, how do you move your camera like that? Super cool, especially for live streams. Thanks, I have it actually like on a scissor arm thing, so it's really cool. I can kind of just like move it to wherever I really need to and then just leave it and it just holds. It's usually used for like a microphone for like a condenser mic for doing voiceovers or podcasting, that kind of stuff. I just used the moldable plastic that I use in some of my other videos, and I created a little like 3-prong thing that holds my phone. And then I can just and then I added the threads to it that fits that thing, and then I was able to just screw that on and attach my phone instead. So yeah, great question. So okay, so you guys brought up some good points for putting that line around there. I don't know, as far as a strip of foam, that's a good idea, but I don't trust myself to draw a straight enough line on that strip of foam. But maybe I would need to. I'm wondering if maybe we can use this power cord. to try to do a little bit of our line. So let's first just mark our starting point of where we want to start, because we're wanting to kind of split this corner here. And let's say, pull out a ruler here. And I want to say that it's going to be about a 1/2 inch across. Yeah, that's going to look good. So I don't know if you guys can see there. That's a 1/2 inch. I think that's probably a pretty appropriate in comparison to what we're seeing on there. And I feel like it's a little bit thicker maybe than the width inside of here, and that's just under a 1/2 inch. So I think that should probably work pretty well. The edge that uses the puzzle piece. Oh yeah, great idea. I'll grab one of those. Attack on Titan sword without thermoplastic? Well, I mean, even if I were to do it without the moldable thermoplastic, I would still be using some type of thermoplastic, because I would probably use some type of PVC or something like that to give the kind of the harder sword edge. But you could do it out of foam too. I just sorry, just a second. I'm gonna grab the one of those tile edge pieces. Good call, Nathan. I think it was Nathan that suggested it. Yeah, so even with, I would probably end up using some type of thermoplastic either way, but that would be fun. Because with foam, it's just like I always worry about it getting damaged, because it's like the prop thing. With my props, I like to have them be, have more weight, still be Comic-Con friendly, obviously, but have a little bit more weight to them, and have them be kind of a little bit more sturdy, just because last thing I want to have happen is like something get bumped or nicked, or like, just catch on something and get ripped or something. I'm always afraid of that. So, but yeah, I mean, we can make it out of something pretty cool. So let's see. I'm partially just I think we're gonna just determine our bottom line here, just for mimicking it on the other side. And what I'll do that should make it easier is in the template pieces that we do, I'll figure out, once we get like this strip out of here or something like that, I can like measure this and figure out that width, and then I can do a template piece that you'd be able to just cut out of the paper and just lay around there. That should hopefully make this a lot easier to trace on. But for now, we're trying to figure it out ourselves. I'm going to try to measure from here and figure out what our bottom point is, which is let's call it 4 inches from there. So then we'll go 4 inches to where it comes out. From there. And then a 1/2 inch up from that. Okay, so, and then let's see. It's always tricky with my glasses on. All right. So I'm using the camera as a mirror here too. So, so if we start right here, we're gonna want it to kind of come back and around to here. Probably. Let's see. If I just take this directly off, and that's how it sits on my head, then I actually probably want to be a little bit higher up. So what I'm going to do now too is I want to, using the back of what we're seeing here, I want to kind of look at the back of the helmet and figure out where I want that look to be on the back. And then what we'll do is we'll just use the piece of foam to draw a line, you know, the bottom line all the way across to where we want it, so that way we get the look that it has in the back as well as the look that it has in the front. And then draw that around, and then we'll measure a half of an inch up, and then we'll go from half inch to that mark all the way around to get our other side with the drawing along the foam there. So so looking at the back here, can you guys see? There we go. So looking at the back, if it's sitting on my head like this, let's see. I feel like we're looking probably actually right where this reference mark is. I don't know. Yeah. What do you guys think? Does that look pretty good right there? If this is our bottom line? Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. How many people do we have? Is anybody out there? What do you guys think as far as kind of right there? If we were looking at this image here, referencing to the back of the helmet as far as proportions, do you think this is too high up? Because we have to remember that this is part of the design we're going to add right down here, which is going to come over and down and out and over. So think of that's probably going to come up to here. And then so I think that because it looks like there's more at the top than there is below, especially in this gap area. So I think that actually, these two reference marks are actually going to be perfect for us to reference where those go. That's awesome. Didn't even plan that, but that worked out great. Okay, so and that'll be easy for you guys to be able to reference with the template too, because I put those reference marks in the exact same spots. So that should be able to help you. Raven Knight, welcome. Thank you. I'm glad you're liking it so far. Cool. So yeah, that should look good. Let's start drawing those lines. So we'll use that as our base on this side. We'll use our piece of foam here. And let me just tilt this back. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll start with our bottom line. Sounds like we're talking business or something like that, talking about the bottom line so much. Okay. So now it's just kind of a matter of just taking it from point A to point B, right? Lining it up with both of these lines and kind of getting it to sit flush on the in-between. And now, because I can only probably hold one half at a time, I'm going to draw this line. This is a fun challenge for me because I'm used to just being able to, you know, just kind of like figure this stuff out and experiment with it first before I'm telling you guys how to do it. But in this instance, we're like having to try to figure it out kind of as we go on the fly. It's fun to be able to get your guys' ideas and kind of have this collaborative effort all at the same time trying to figure it out together. It's great. Love that. So, okay, so now I'm going to just kind of make sure on this back side that once we pass that line that we continue to follow that same line we already drew once it goes past that. So that way that way it flows around. So I'm kind of pushing it up against my body here to hold this side in place. And then going around, so. Oh shoot. Dang it. I wasn't holding it tight enough. Okay, there we go. Just try to make that one a little bit darker so we don't follow the wrong one. So yeah, you can see I kind of went off track a little bit there because it kind of slid down because I wasn't holding it tight enough. But yeah, I mean, let's see. I feel like that looks pretty decent. Oh, you guys can't see that. So that first line, I feel like that's looking pretty good. Right there. So we'll do, that was our bottom. We'll do the top line now, and then we should be good to start cutting. Okay, here we go. So now the top line. I wonder if we could get this to wrap all the way around and somehow hold both sides. Okay, so see what I'm doing here? If you guys have large enough hands, you can kind of grip one side of the foam here and then grip the other side of the foam with this, the other side of your hand here. And then, oh, I need to mark the 1/2 inch mark on the back. Yeah, I think that 1/2 inch is going to be a pretty good size for what we're trying to do. So, hold that one there, wrap this around, hold this on this side, and then get these lined up. Cool, yeah, this is working pretty well. Doing this, holding both sides at the same time. So even if you had like a clamp or a friend or something like that to be able to kind of do that same thing if your hands aren't big enough, hold that in place on both sides, and then we'll trace right along that line all the way around, and voila! Oh boy. That didn't work, guys. Maybe I need a couple more 1/2 inch marks along this bottom line. Or maybe I just need to fix this bottom line a little bit better. I'll do the same technique we did before and try and redo this bottom line. Sorry, did you guys see that? So I thought we were good to go, but then it's like a really big gap there, which is embarrassing. Okay, so let's try that again. Drawing the bottom line, take 2. I think we're pretty good on this left side as far as that goes, but it just didn't turn out so well on the right side here. Okay, yeah. So this is a much better technique, pulling it all the way around at the same time. I think we're going to get a much cleaner line around there. Okay, so let's do this again. Okay. So there we go. That's much better. Don't you think? Yeah, much better. Okay. Just ignore these down here. Just scribble, scribble, scribble. Yeah. Okay. Great idea on using that foam. Thank you guys. That was genius. All right. So now the tricky part is going to be to cut this out. So no more peanuts. Much better. Yeah, totally. I agree. Raven Knight. Yeah. We've been talking about it. I'm having so much fun with this helmet that I'm thinking I might make a full, the full body armor for the Paladin. So yeah, It's a flat line, finally. Cool, so let's move on with this so we can get going. So I'm thinking that we'll probably, how much foam do we have before that edge? Just trying to think of where we want to cut that off. So with cutting into this, I'm wondering, we'll probably want to cut just right along this here so that it follows that same shape there, so that it kind of just comes right out from it. So we'll do that. So what I'm thinking we want to do for cutting this, just to help us make sure we get a nice relatively clean cut, is I'm wondering about taping along this line, just so that way it kind of helps guide. I mean, not like tape's gonna stop a blade, but I think that it might be easier too visually for my eyes to follow, rather than like a black line on black as I'm cutting, to just follow a blue, along this blue tape line. So what I'm doing is I pulled out the tape here. Let's actually bring this around more so you guys can see. Just kind of taping along this line, and I think that will help us in the long run. Might help us get a little bit straighter line too, actually, since the tape has a straight edge. There we go. So just kind of trying to get that top part along that. And then we'll do the same thing along the top line here. Sorry guys, I bet this is pretty fun just watching me tape. We don't have Olivia here, she's getting the hot glue gun to entertain you guys while I'm doing this, but the wait is over, we've got it taped. So, whew. Well, that was a cool camera angle because you guys could see me in the camera and computer screen and see this. Nice. Talk about cinematic brilliance right there. Ashley, welcome. Oh yeah, Ian Geek Freak noticed that. We can see your face in the reflection of the laptop. Super cool. Your wife went to Wonder Woman instead of getting the hot glue gun, just so you know. That's funny. All right, cool. Oh wait, what was that last one? Walmart at night. She may never get out of that trap. I know, right? Hopefully she'll be back soon because we're gonna be pretty close to being ready for that heat gun. Sorry, just noticed I wanted that to be just a little bit higher on this side. Okay. All right, guys. I'm nervous about this part, but I'm excited too because I feel like this is going to be where it really comes together and really starts to look more like the Voltron helmet we've all been waiting for. Okay, I feel like that's looking pretty good all the way around. Okay. All right. So I think we're going to go with the X-Acto knife on this, just because I feel like I have some better dexterity with it probably. A little bit nervous, but I'm excited. Let's get to this. Here we go. So, kind of like this is one where I need like an over the shoulder shot. Okay, so make sure your blade's nice and sharp. Let's hear it in the comments. Who's excited to see this part come together? Yeah, Sam's excited for this part. Who else? Here we go. We're about to make this happen. Oh yeah, Raven Knight's ready. Just channel your inner eye of the tiger. You got this. Thanks, Nathan. Here we go. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. Here we go. So I think the tape is kind of acting like a little bit of a guide. Oh, the glue spots are a little tough. Okay, now I'm going to sharpen it again. So far, doing all right. Okay, here we go. Going back. So yeah, when you get to those spots where the glue is, it's a little bit tougher to get through. Oh shoot. Okay, I need to sharpen the blade again. I don't know if that part just caught because of the glue right before it or what, but it didn't cut. It kind of tore a little bit. Okay, whew. Luckily, I think we'll probably be alright. We'll be able to hide that just fine. So, here we go. Continuing on. Oh boy. Whew. All right, guys, look at that. Okay, we've got one part cut. Now it's time for the other side. Whew, that was kind of intense. All right, so let's see. Ian Geek Freak, yes, we're gonna make this part light up too. So we've got the Nathan. Also, your question. Sorry, I'm just seeing everybody's questions at once. So yeah, we'll push that piece of foam in, and then we'll glue it back in, but just with it inlaid inside of it. Exactly. So then we're gonna light up this piece. We've got this EL wire that we're gonna run all throughout the through the helmet. We'll have it run through here, and then we'll probably have it come on the inside and then pop out in this inlet and go around, and then come back around and then pop down in here. So we can just do it all with one EL wire, and then be able to have that whole piece light up. And then we'll take a piece of diffusing plastic that will kind of run around that edge in front of it so that it can kind of diffuse that light. So. All right, here goes the next piece. Whew, whew. All right. I'm gonna sharpen again just to be safe. Okay, and then actually make this cut along here too this time. All right, then here we go. Oh yeah, here we go. A nice cinematic camera angle here. Yay! Olivia's back.
Wonder Woman was amazing.
Yeah, how was the movie?
I bought you more hot glue because this looked cooler.
Oh yeah, nice. That's great. Thank you. Okay, everybody. Oh, there's a spot here that I didn't quite get all the way through.
I also filmed my entire experience at Walmart. So if we wish to post that.
That's funny. Whew! We did it! Okay, sweet guys. We did it, and I feel like those cuts are pretty clean for doing what we did. That's awesome. Okay. Ashley, great question. So we're doing the live stream, and then once we finish making it all through the live streams, we've kind of been doing it every couple nights or so. Once we finish the helmet, then I'll take the pieces from those videos and kind of edit together like more of a video similar to what I have on the rest of my channel, and put that up as well. But I'm leaving up the live streams as well for anybody now to be able to reference, go back and use and everything like that too. So. Ian Geek Freak, we haven't seen Wonder Woman yet.
That's why I almost
We're super excited to see it though. Nathan, yeah, it totally looks like Pac-Man, right? This is like.
But did everyone see that it was gold and white at some points?
Was it really?
It
like the dress, like the golden white thing?
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay. Yeah, Sam, we made history. Cosplay history. All right, cool. So let's take the tape off of this, and we will do our inset thing that we were planning on doing. That worked out better than I actually thought it would, guys. So, oh shoot. FYI, masking tape will stick to any open contact cement quite well. So I don't know if you see there where I just had this masking tape sitting there. It pulled off some of the contact cement that was overhanging there and took off a little bit of foam with it, but I think it'll be okay. Oh, same thing along here. See that? Okay. Whew. All right. So now, make sure it's the right way.
Really, I made like amazing time.
Yeah, that was impressive. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this piece back in here, but we're going to have it sit in just a little bit more than it did before. We may need to trim off a little bit on this end, on one of these ends, just to, because it will take up less of a circumference than it used to. But this will give you kind of an idea of the effect that we're going for. Like that. Oh, wait, I was holding it out of camera. Like that.
There you go.
Yeah, so. Yeah, something like that. I think that's gonna work, guys. Cool, cool. Pac-Man is secretly a hunk. Or secretly hunk. Because he wants to eat everything. Great question, Nathan. I think so. If not, we can always go in there with the Dremel tool and sand that down a little bit if it's sticking out too far. I tried to kind of give my head a little bit of room in there when I made the template, but yeah, that's a great question. Because it will be sticking into the helmet a little bit. So, let's do it to it, I guess, huh?
It's just heating up.
Cool, the hot glue gun is heating up.
Thought you'd like the silvery.
Ooh, yeah, that's sweet. It's way cooler than the one I got from Joann's.
Joann's.
Lame.
Try Walmart at 10 o'clock.
So now the main thing will just be trying to get it to be consistent across the whole thing and making sure that we get it. Luckily, with hot glue, we have some leeway, some working time as it cools, unlike contact cement. That's why we're doing the hot glue on the inside of this, is because it gives us a little bit more working time. We don't have to try to just like land it in there perfectly first try. So I wonder if it'd be helpful, like on the inside here, if we can somehow kind of pin it in place.
Do you want some pins?
I don't know. Do you think that would work?
Where are my pins?
There's in one of the boxes in that room. Actually, I think I know right where it is. You can entertain. They were wanting to see you on camera anyway, so if you want to take the hot seat for a second.
No. I'm not wearing any makeup. Hi guys! I'm Olivia. And I'm watching myself. Inception.
Okay.
I entertained.
Good job, honey bunny.
Oh yeah, I should show them my adventure at Walmart.
People said, yo. Okay, so we were thinking maybe some sewing pins might be helpful just to kind of pin that in place as we kind of set it up so that we can kind of get it where we want it to be and then hot glue it into place. We'll test it out. We'll see. Maybe it might be beneficial. Maybe it might be not helpful at all. Oh, is this your video?
Yeah, how do I think one of the kids turned off my rotate.
Where's the auto rotate? It used to be there.
They got rid of it completely. Dang kids.
It's not rotating? Oh, maybe you filmed it that way.
No, I didn't, because I started filming it the wrong way, and I was like, Skylar won't like this, and I turned it.
Did you stop it first and then turn it?
I did.
Oh.
It's okay. Maybe we'll post it or something.
Sorry. Okay, so trying to determine how deep to make this, because we'll run the EL wire and then we'll also have the plastic in front of it. So we can actually make it probably a little bit deeper than we would if we were just doing this, because we're gonna have another layer.
Yeah, we have 2 kids. 4-year-old and a not almost 2-year-old. I can't get myself to say he's almost 2.
It's basically,
He's not.
he's
It's in
over
October.
20
That's
months.
not almost.
Over 20 months. Alright, so what I'm doing is, sorry if you guys can't see what's going on here. Let's give you the inside look. So basically I'm just kind of trying to use the table to even the sides out inside here. And then, let's grab one of these
No,
lights
Oh.
and plug it in, and then we'll just point it right here and shine in there.
Don't you have one? Right there.
But this one's right here.
Whoa,
So
I wish
cool.
you all could have seen that. It was so cool.
Okay, there we go. Maybe I'll show them. If I can get it back in there how it was. There we are. Okay, so this is what she was talking about that she wished you could have seen. Was getting the light ready, and it just pops out like that.
It was really cool.
Okay, so. Boom! Okay, hopefully now that should be better for you guys to be able to see
It's
into
a light, Sam. It was cool.
It was cool, we promise.
I promise. It amazed me.
So I know my hands are probably in the way, but basically I'm just trying to come in here and kind of just eyeball getting it an even depth on the inside, so then that way, it'll probably likely be an even depth on the outside. And then I'm just pinning it in with sewing pins, alternating between which angle I'm going. So this is a little bit tricky, as you kind of.
Yeah, that'd be sweet, Nathan. He said that we should, if one of the lights ever stops working, we should incorporate it into some sort of claw thing.
Oh yeah, that'd be sweet. Yeah, hopefully they don't stop working anytime soon though, because I just got them. But that would be sweet with like that spring-loaded tripod thing there. That'd be super cool. Okay. Got that section. Whoa. Whoops. Okay, don't put, if you're using pins, don't push them through too hard.
It will come through.
It will go
Is that what you're
through.
saying? Okay.
Yeah. I pushed it through the top of the helmet on accident there.
Fix it in post.
It's the luxury I don't have with doing it live. Sorry guys, if you're having a hard time seeing there, I'm trying to... So actually this is a lot better. I'm finding this is a lot better. Using gravity. So I'm using gravity a little bit more now. I'd put the top of the helmet down onto the table, and then that way the gravity is kind of pulling the seams together a little bit there, the gap. And then that way I can just kind of adjust this on the inside and then throw pins. That would be cool if I could throw pins into it.
Just throwing at it.
Just pushing the pins in. It'd be really cool if I was talented enough to just like throw
We're
it.
all concerned you're gonna stab yourself.
Uh-oh. Maybe I need to get onto Wish and buy some some, what is it? The Kevlar cut-proof gloves.
Yes, or you could just be a little bit more careful.
Okay. We're getting there. Almost, it's gonna be hot glue time before we know it.
Well, Nathan, we have boys, so our band-aids are Avengers. But Hello Kitty would be pretty cool too. I'm sure that Everett would be into them. Can you really throw ninja stars, Raven Knight?
What?
That's pretty cool.
Serious? That's so cool.
Skylar made me a bow. So that's the coolest thing I can claim right now. I have a bow and arrow.
Made out of PVC pipe.
But it's beautiful.
Fully functioning though, which is pretty cool. About a 25-pound draw weight maybe?
No. But he stained it and gave it a wood grain. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it looks like wood.
Well, we're getting off topic. She can throw ninja stars.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
That beats mine. It might just need to cut that.
Yeah. So if you guys can see, like I was saying, because we were pushing it in, it has a larger circumference than it's going to now once we've put it in here. So we'll need to clip off this this excess here. I'm just kind of trying to wait till we get it a little bit closer to where it's going to be, so that way I'm not losing out on, or I don't cut it too short.
Ian Geek Freak can throw knives. I had a knife throwing lesson once. I was not very good.
Threw tomahawks in the Boy Scouts. We're all like talking about throwing stuff now. But I think ninja stars and
He has
stuff
some
are
metal
cool.
bangerangs that he can throw. Whoa. Batterings.
Batarangs.
Sorry.
Sweet.
I was like, bangerang!
You guys seen the movie Hook?
Ashley can throw parties.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We quote Hook quite often. I think it was just like both part of our childhoods so strongly.
Yeah.
Sam can whip webs.
Nice. All right, so before I cut it, I'm gonna try to kind of eyeball
You open it up so we can probably just
eyeball the mark. Sorry, I keep thinking the light is the camera. Okay, so this is kind of tricky because I'm gonna have to cut it inside of here. Did I do it?
Panda Man.
Oh man, yeah.
Instead of Panda Man. I get it. I get it, Ian Geek Freak. I don't know how well you guys can hear me. 'Cause I'm a little bit further away from the camera. Rufio, Rufio, Rufio. What's the one I say all the time? It just comes up in like normal conversation.
Of the.
You're doing it!
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
You're flying, Peter.
And then, of course, good night, Neverland.
Yeah, I do that one all the time.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you can see that we definitely don't want to put the helmet on as is. So let's get to hot gluing.
Let's try it on. It looks really cool. I just put on this little piece of tinfoil.
Okay, here we go, guys.
And also, I found this really cool. But I found some Gorilla hot glue, which I thought was cool. We'll see if it works any better than the other kind. But
Yeah. So this will be sweet. 45-second extended working time. Perfect. Cool. So here's our hot glue gun. All right, you guys ready for this? Let's just double check actually before we do it. The outside looks good. Oh yeah. Check it. That's what's up.
What? I love you.
I think that looks pretty stinking cool. Let's see. Do we have our reference images? No? Okay. All right. Well, here we go. Let's hot glue this thing. So what I'm going to kind of do is I'm like palming the helmet like a basketball kind of thing at the same time, kind of pushing these two seams together on the outside while I'm going to be hot gluing on the inside. So that way it stays nice and tight and we don't end up with like a gap in between or something like that. All right, here goes. If you can't see what's going on, if you can just change the camera angle if...
What?
If they can't see what's going on in here, I don't know. It's just hot gluing. Basically just kind of like hot gluing the seam here. And I figure we should be able to just pull out the pins even once the hot glue's in there. Do you want to change the camera angle? Can they even see what I'm doing?
I don't know. Sometimes I just get reading comments.
So I'm just doing the one side first. Should we load another stick in there?
Sorry, I should have gotten the bigger one. I just knew that you had smaller glue and then I found this glue.
Yeah, no, it's alright. No worries.
So it's kind of tricky trying to glue around the pins, but it's working. Sorry guys, it's hard for me to even see in here as to what I'm doing, but I mean you basically get the idea, right? Just glue in the seam on the inside. I'm just like loading it up with the glue.
Sam says, what does a panda say when it does not like something? Don't know if this was intended for us or for the commenters because they kind of have something going.
I don't know.
It says, yuck, gross, I don't like that. I want panda bear.
Is that what they said? Or was it just you?
I heard it. It says bamboo. Oh, that's funny.
Oh, nice.
It's funnier than mine.
Yeah, I don't like it. I'm a panda bear.
It's so weird.
Okay. So there's definitely going to be some stringies that we'll have to cover up, or I mean pull out of there, like cobwebs.
What color are you painting the helmet?
I think we took a vote, but it was a tie, so.
It's just like split down the middle. You just do them both.
Yeah. Half Shiro, half Keith. Who was asking what color?
I was.
Oh.
Olivia was. It's Olivia's vocal comment. Sorry.
Yeah, we didn't decide. We it ended up being a tie for the vote as well, so.
So it's going to be lavender.
Lavender.
Just a lavender helmet. Nathan says Harley Quinn helmet if it's split down the middle.
Yeah, that's true.
Sam says maroon for sheath.
Yeah, just a dark maroon red.
Okay, now a stick, please.
Mind blown. Blue.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We think we're pretty funny, Nathan. We don't know if it translates, but we quite enjoy ourselves.
We just have fun, and if people think we're funny, then great. If they don't, then great. All that matters is that we had fun. In the long run.
Maybe.
Huh?
I don't know. Ian says the color of the blood of my enemies.
Do they bleed blue or black or red or?
Are they royal? Because that would pose a problem. Blue blood. Mason said you all are goals. Hashtag goal. Hashtag life goal. Skylar and Olivia.
What?
Haven't you heard of like hashtag relationship goal or like hashtag life goal? Or
Yeah.
hashtag goals. It's just a thing.
So then we're just a hashtag? Is
We're
that
just a
what
goal.
we're just a goal.
Maybe.
Oh, that's the goal to get to.
Maybe. I don't know.
I played goalie in soccer.
He did. Skylivia. Sam gave us a name.
Oh, nice.
We kind of gave ourselves Living Sky. But Skylivia works too. It kind of sounds like an illness, though.
It's our celebrity couple name.
Nathan says he wants to be like us when we're parents. And that is fun when it's nap time, trust me.
That's what?
Said that he wants to be like you when I'm a parent. Sam plays soccer too.
Nice. It's pretty fun. I didn't get into it until my junior year in high school. And I showed up for the tryouts and I'm like, hey, I've never played before. Is it okay if I try out? They're like, sure. And then they're like, everyone's standing around. They're like, all right, who's trying out for keeper this year? And I leaned to the person next to me. What's keeper? And they're like, goalie. And I'm like, sure, I'll try that.
We are 90s kids. It's true. We were born in 89. So, 90s kids. Hi, the Iron Kid Gaming.
Oh, nice. Welcome.
He says, make Starship Troopers helmet for Starship Troopers.
That'd be sweet. Yeah, I'm having fun making these helmet things.
I played soccer for a little bit, and I ran away from the ball. If I got it, pass it very quickly.
Okay, so I've basically got everything. I'm just kind of checking to see if there's any spaces or gaps. Anything that I might have missed. And then I'm just kind of trying to hold it down tight as it cools.
Ashley wants to know, when did you get into cosplay?
Ooh, that's a pin right there. Yeah, great question. I got into it. Well, I mean, like,
3 years ago?
yeah, all my life I loved, like, trying to go all out for costumes for Halloween and things like that. And trying to look exactly like the character. So much so that pretty much I never had a completed costume by the time I got to Halloween because it just took so long trying to make everything perfect. But, yeah, it was what, 3 years ago? 3 years ago. The first Salt Lake Comic Con, not the first one. Was it the first one? Second one. The second Salt Lake City Comic Con, we went, and I just did like a little closet cosplay as the 10th Doctor, and it was so fun, and everybody was just so cool, and I was just like, this is awesome. So then I was like, I gotta make a really cool costume for the next time. And then I was playing Assassin's Creed Unity at the time and decided I wanted to do that. And so I made made a cool Assassin's Creed costume to try to go to the next one. And anyway, yeah, and I just kind of started getting into it. Then I found the moldable thermoplastic, the polyplastics kind of stuff, and realized that I could use that to make like really cool things without having to spend a ton and do, like really hard stuff. And so then I was like, this is so cool. And I decided to, for my first thing that I made out of that, make a Inigo Montoya sword, which was a bit ambitious, but it turned out really cool. And so then I was like, man, I need to like teach people how to use this stuff because they can make really cool things. And it's like not super expensive and it's really easy to use and everything. So then I started my YouTube channel to be able to teach you guys how to make your favorite fandoms things come to life and forge your guys' fantasies in real life. So
let's see. Make an Iron Man Mark 46 and Mark 47 costume. That's the Iron Kid Gaming. Ian Geek Freak made, I'm sorry, Ian, I don't know how to say his name. Izo's costume from Brotherhood.
Oh, cool.
Okay, oh yeah, I understand now. Then
that's awesome. Yeah, I love the Assassin's Creed costumes.
The Iron Kid Gaming, plus make Starship Troopers mobile infantry costume. Nathan wonders what our favorite 90s cartoon is, and then Raven Knight wonders what your favorite cosplay you've ever made is.
Okay, favorite 90s cosplay, or wait, what? Favorite 90s? I'm mixing them up. Favorite 90s cartoon? Oh man. Cartoon.
I don't know.
I remembered watching Dexter's Laboratory a lot, and I liked that.
And Powderpuff Girls.
Powderpuff Girls.
Powerpuff Girls, not Powderpuff.
Not Powderpuff. Powderpuff was like when the girls played football. At homecoming.
Yeah.
Powerpuff Girls.
I don't know why I said that.
Yeah, probably Dexter's Laboratory, I guess. I loved all the cool inventions he would make, even if they all kind of like went wrong in the long run. Yeah, I wanted to be an inventor, and when I grew up as a kid, be an engineer or something like that.
Oh, we just started watching the Batman animated series over again, Sam.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I'm doing a Catwoman cosplay, and that's kind of the Catwoman I wanted to pull from. She was like Catwoman to me.
And for some reason,
And then we're like...
the whole jingle bells, Batman smells, Robin laid an egg. For some reason,
we
we both thought that was just like
passed from kid to kid, and everybody just taught it to one another.
And that some kid just made it up one day, and it just like spread throughout all kiddom. But then we were watching that again, and we're like, oh,
it's in the first
it's actually
episode.
in Batman in the first episode. Well,
and the funny thing is, when I watched it, I had all these flashbacks to it, but for some reason in my
we
mind,
had just forgotten where we had heard it from.
it was just passed from kid to kid, and everybody knew it. So funny. Okay, what was your favorite cosplay you've ever done, honey?
I think my favorite one so far is my Deadpool one. Just
being and interacting with people.
yeah, it's just way fun. And I feel like it was like a pretty accurate like vision of it.
I keep having to like restart mine because it stops.
Okay, guys, here we go.
Betty Boop. Nathan says his is Hey Arnold.
Oh, okay, yeah. How's that look?
Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool.
There we go. That works, guys. Nice. I'm so glad that worked. I was pretty nervous about that part. All right, well, we are actually at the 2-hour mark now. So, probably call it for tonight, huh?
Did you want to try and cover some of them, or do you want to do that all at once?
Cover some of them.
Like
The seams?
The seams.
I don't know. I mean, we can kind of go through and try one.
Does everyone want to try one, or would you rather us do it all at once? We probably couldn't pick up again until Thursday.
Yeah, we won't be able to do the next live stream till Thursday. Looks sweet. Looks good. Looking fantastic. Thank you, guys. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I'm happy with how it's turning out. I think that worked out really well on the back there. Pretty decently straight line.
Bye, Sam.
So. Okay, let's just. So we've got a couple mixed reviews.
I'm not seeing all of them.
So, Ian Geek Freak said try one. Nathan said all at once. I mean, so what we can do is if we just do one real quick, then that can kind of show you guys how to do the seams, and then that way, and then I can just do it, and then not have to be on like taking up time.
Sour Pucker, are you
Doing
still
it.
here? Would that be good for you if you are here? If not, you can go back and watch it. If I'm talking to no one.
It's hard to tell. It'd be cool if you could see like, you know, not just the number of people, but like just the list of people.
Yeah.
But I guess when you have tons of people on there, it would be annoying. Oh, he's still there.
Do you want us to cover do a seam and then then you'll know how to do it?
No worries, Sourpucker. So yeah, we were just wondering if we were thinking about closing down for the day, but we were wondering if we should just do one seam with the.
He says please.
Please do. Okay. All right, sweet. Let's do it. Huh? Okay. So we'll just do one here on the back to kind of try it first. One of those pins got me.
I told you to be careful.
Can you just give me a little just one of the little cup dish things of water?
Sure.
Okay. So, DAP, Quick Seal. So you can see a theme there. I guess a bunch of the products that I like are the DAP products. So, let's see. Thinking we'll just use some scissors, cut the tip here. There we go. And then I believe, yep, there we go. Okay, we don't have to like jam anything down there to get it. And then, so I saw Bill Duran and Evil Ted both kind of used something like, use like a metal spatula type of thing to kind of apply it on there. So I got this, I've been using these a lot with my thermoplastic stuff if you watch any of my other videos. I got like a carving set. It's just like a clay carving set, which was like $7 or something like that on Amazon. And I think I have a link to it in in some of my videos in the description. But yeah, I mean, like, it's super handy. It's got a bunch of different little tool things that I use for all kinds of different stuff throughout the my cosplay builds and things. And I would highly recommend getting one. If not, you could use a butter knife to apply this, or you could just use your finger or whatever. They kind of use the spatula technique, so I'm going to try that out. But yeah, so here we go. So we're going to do this seam right here. You can see we've got a little bit of a gap there. And then also too, I don't know if you can tell, but it is a little bit uneven too. I didn't line these up perfectly on this side. So we're going to try to smooth over that difference, that slight dip that it takes right there, that up, as well as kind of fill that gap, that little bit of gap that's left there that you can see. So, just kind of squeeze some out. And then this is where having like the spatula thing will come in handy, especially because there's the difference in height here because this other one side is a little bit lower. Then you can take the longer edge of the spatula and kind of drag it along, and that will help kind of fill in that space there between the two, but kind of taper it out, if that makes sense. So, I mean, and it doesn't need to be perfect off the bat either.
Ashley wonders if this is what you're going to wear to your next con.
I will definitely wear it for one of the days probably, at Salt Lake City Comic Con in September.
Ian says, this is one of the better streams I've seen, so I'll definitely try and come back Thursday.
Sweet. Thank you, Ian. I appreciate it, man. So now we don't want to go too, try to do too much, because this stuff does kind of start to dry out, and you don't want it to dry out before you can come back and smooth it out more. But I'm just trying to kind of get at least this section real quick before we...
Is it smooth on the other edge of it? Like where you...
Say what? Along here?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what we'll do is come back with some water, and we'll smooth out that so that there's not those pieces sticking up. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Sam wants to know if you're going to sand it.
So with this, the cool thing is like,
You can sand it a little bit. You don't want to do too much sanding on this because it's kind of more of like a rubbery type of thing. But what you can do is here, what we're going to do here in just a second to kind of smooth it out. You kind of basically perform the sanding function before it dries, kind of thing. So right now I've got this little cup of water here. So we're just gonna dip my finger down in there, and then you can kind of come along, and you use that to kind of do the sanding, but before it's like completely done, kind of thing, if that makes sense. Can you give me a paper towel as well?
Sure.
So right here along this edge, just kind of smoothing that out so that, and it actually helps to have a gloved finger too. I don't know if you can see, I'm kind of getting a little bit of some streaks in there just from my fingerprint. And so it helps to have a gloved finger so that you don't end up with those streaks or just you can take a little bit of paper towel and just kind of clean off some of the excess water there. So,
Ian wants to know if you're going to seal it with Plastidip.
yeah, I prefer Plastidip for sure for sealing foam. I'm going to try to add just a little bit more onto here.
Bye, Nathan. Thanks for joining
See ya,
us.
Nathan. Thanks so much. Yeah, I prefer Plastidip for sealing the foam. I feel like it works really well. It's easily accessible, and I like it a lot. And I'm a big fan. I do all my painting with spray paint too, so I like that I can do it from the can with the Plastidip for sealing. So I was trying to add more here. I might have made it worse, but anyway, I think like two, once you let it dry, you can always come back and add another layer too if it's not. So I mean, basically you're just kind of like using this as a filler. And then you want to smooth it out though, kind of do the sanding, smooth it out before it dries. That's the basic idea.
Sam, if you have school tomorrow, go to bed. He said it's 1:30 in Kentucky.
Oh my goodness. Whoa, dude. We appreciate you being with us, but we don't want you to be too tired that you can't get your studies done because that's important.
Studies. Oh, candy. It's the mom and me coming out.
So right there, I kind of just like, because I had a little bit of the streaks from my finger, I kind of just got my finger
Oh, Dad, summer.
pretty
Dad's
wet.
School for summer.
Oh, okay.
Our kids aren't in school yet, so I just think all kids are in school.
I just got my finger pretty wet and just kind of did like a kind of a quick streak down to just try to even that out so that once it's more even for drying.
It's summer, it's June.
It was pretty cold today too, so that didn't.
It was colder today here.
There's a big storm that came in and stuff. So
that's our excuse.
That's our excuse for thinking it was.
hope for Sheath. He said it like 3 times. He's really plugging for Sheath. So would that be like split down the middle, or would that be maroon? Did we decide on that?
I don't know. I want to do it a solid color though. I guess it's more. It depends on what. Depends on what character I want to cosplay. I guess.
Yeah, I guess it's really up to you. It's your cosplay.
I don't know. I think I might go Shiro just because. Well, but Keith has that cool blade of Amora
You like swords, I think.
blade. Yeah, Keith has the sword. I'll probably go with Keith. Shiro's so cool too, though. So yeah, sorry, I'm just kind of like probably being too much of a perfectionist here. I should just probably let it dry and then do more if I need to. Just trying to make it as smooth as I can. But and like I said, there is a certain amount of sanding that you can do after it dries.
Ashley says you should do a meetup at Comic-Con. Are you going to be at Salt Lake, Ashley?
Yeah, definitely. I would love that. I think that'd be way fun.
He'll probably have a panel.
Yeah, I'm likely going to be in a couple panels at Salt Lake Comic Con too. So, sorry. Yeah, so I'll probably be. I think it seems like I submitted a couple panel ideas to them, and it seems like they're gonna have me there for it. I'm not sure if there'll be solo presentations like
you did last time.
I did last time at Salt Lake Comic Con, and I kind of pitched to them that way. But it might be either way. I think mine made it in, so either me and a couple people or just me. But yeah, I'm super excited about that. So I submitted forging with thermoplastics and forging with foam as like individual presentations, and then I also signed up for a bunch of other ones like Cosplay 101, Advanced Cosplay. So I don't know if I'll get on any of those with other people or not, but I told them I was interested, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. We should totally have like as we get close and find out more of the schedule and stuff, like plan out, where we all can just like meet up after one of the presentations or something like that, and so we kind of have a set place. That would be way fun.
And last time at FanX, he did a live stream too, so he'll do another live stream probably for those who won't be there to kind of experience it as well.
Yeah.
And then the Iron Kid Gaming said, for your next DIY, can you do the Iron Man Mark 46 and Mark 47 Iron Man suit? It's a big project.
Yeah, I mean, every time I see an Iron Man suit, I want to make it. It's just a matter of like dedicating the time to do it. But that would be way fun. I'm not familiar with which one is actually that version, the Mark whatever one.
46 and 47.
46 and 47. But I mean, all of his ones are super awesome. So I don't know if you guys can see here. It's kind of starting to dry. Is that too much light? Too much light.
Or a Star-Lord costume, he said.
Oh yeah. There's
Star-Lord
just so many good things that I could do. That's like the hardest part, is like there's so many fun things. It's just like I don't know what to do. So if you can see, it's kind of drying a little bit there. It's looking pretty smooth. You can't really see that gap so much anymore along there. I don't know if this light is just too bright or not, but there used to be kind of that ridge there, and now it's pretty well evened out. So I'm pretty excited about that. That'll be great. And should be working. So we'll see kind of how it works out once it dries, if we need to add it anymore or not. But basically that's kind of the idea. You put it on there, spread it out, and then just kind of smooth it off the best you can with the water before it dries, and then you have a little bit of room for sanding. But I feel like the sanding kind of, because it's more of like a silicone like substance,
that if you sand it, it will kind of look rougher. It won't have just that smooth aspect to it. So.
So do you mean Sour Pucker that it didn't smooth it out and just kind of hid them from sight but not feel?
For what now?
For trying this method.
Last time I
try.
just hid my seams. Yeah, I mean, so on this one, in order to kind of hide the seam, I had to try to kind of blend it because I had this part. Oh, I had this side that was sticking up a little bit more than this side. When I lined them up, I was kind of in a hurry and I didn't quite line them up perfectly. And so I kind of had to create like a tapered edge with this to go from there down to kind of just smooth over that seam. Because for me to just hide it, there would still kind of be a line there. So that's why I kind of did it that way. If that makes sense.
I tried it, but it would just sink in the seam and it would show so much.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll see once this dries how much it contracts and stuff like that, and see if that does create a problem.
You might have to do another layer or something.
Yeah, I might have to do like another layer maybe, or just kind of see how that goes. But yeah, so.
And then the Iron Kid is wondering if you have a Facebook or an Instagram somewhere he can chat with you.
Yeah, definitely. I'm on Instagram and on Facebook. So if you go to Facebook, type in the Cosplay Apprentice, should come up with my page, and then it has the ability to be able to message me there, or on Instagram, it's cosplay_apprentice. I'm also on Twitter. I don't use it a ton, but I'm trying. And that's at Cosplay Apprentice, because their apprentice was taken. So, or no, it's too long because they only let you do so much. That's what it is.
Man. Raven Knight said, "I'd love to see you in your cosplay at Comic-Con," and then she added your Voltron cosplay.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the Voltron cosplay.
And then Ian Geek said that Sour Pucker, that actually happened to me too. I just put more on like 4 coats, so it might take some coats. According
might just take a couple coats.
Ian Geek Freak.
Okay. Sweet, yeah. And yeah, once again too, I would recommend having a gloved hand.
He said Sour Pucker said it became lumpy.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we'll have to keep an eye on it as it kind of dries. I mean, right now, so far, it's looking pretty smooth. But, you know, I think that it will probably have some kind of contraction as it dries, and it might get a kind of a lumpier look. And maybe that's too where the spatula thing kind of comes in handy, is being able to maintain that straight, smooth edge. Because what I did is, it's like you have, you know, like let's say it's the gap between this and here, right? Then I'm just kind of putting it at an angle and running the blade along the top of that higher edge, and then just pressing the stuff down on the in-between and kind of creating a little bit of a ramp, basically.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to say your comment, Sam. Sam says, please make videos every other week. Like edited videos or live streams, Sam? Because we're out of our groove with our edited videos.
Yeah, I mean, now that I have my space back, hopefully I can do some a little bit more frequently, but like to do, I don't know what amount of time it would take, but I definitely know that if I was able to work on stuff like all during the day, like during the regular work day, I would be able to crank out a lot of stuff. But I'll do the best I can to try to get out as many as I can with my current situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
we'll get there.
I'll get there eventually. Hopefully, if I can make enough to transition to this full time, then I'll be able to do that, which would be awesome. All right, cool. Well, we're at 2.5 hours, so I don't want to intimidate too many people from trying to watch this in the post-game, post-upload kind of thing. So we'll probably get going. But yeah, I think this turned out pretty well so far. I'll obviously give you guys a recap as to, you know, if I kind of go through and do the rest of this before Thursday when we do the next live stream. Same time, 9:15 p.m. U.S. Mountain Time.
Bye, Sam. Bye, Ashley. Bye, Raven.
I'll give you guys the update on this. So, all right. Thank you guys so much. Good night. Thank you so much for joining. You guys are awesome. Make sure to like, subscribe, and cosplay on, my friends.